As a disclaimer, I just want to let you know that there are no financial ties between the manufacturers of products that are shown in this program, nor is this an endorsement of these. As a disclaimer, I just want to let you know that there are no financial ties between the manufacturers of products that are shown in this program, nor is this an endorsement of these. With the release of the 2015 guidelines, it was decided that 3 previous online programs could be merged into one product with multiple tracks. This course is known as HeartCode BLS. Therefore, the 3 programs that were merged are listed above: BLS for Healthcare Providers Online Part 1, BLS for Pre-Hospital Providers Online portion, and the HeartCode BLS Part 1. The new online program has a variety of learning activities that were designed to enhance BLS knowledge. And so far, students are having a very positive experience with this new online format. The structure and the standardized practice means that everyone gets consistent hands-on practice, and this can last anywhere from 1 to 3 hours depending on the agenda used. The in-facility and pre-hospital tracks are available both in the online and the skills session portions of the program. This program also still allows you, as the instructor, to use either a voice-assisted mannequin system or have an instructor-led skills session. As you can see above, there are a variety of different types of simulations within the online program, which include e-simulations, animations, and other areas. The online exam no longer has a limited number of attempts to successfully complete the program. However, students should complete each attempt in one sitting or the program will time out. Please also remember that students may be more successful if the online course is completed fairly close to the skills session, but students do have the opportunity to review the materials up to 24 months after completing that portion of the program. Several questions have come up as we started to implement the HeartCode BLS, so I just wanted to take the opportunity to explain these a little bit. What if students are currently in progress with the 2010 version of one of the online courses? Well, as you remember, they must complete the skills session within 60 days in the old programs. Now they will have brought you a certificate still believing that that has to be done within 60 days and will want to take their skills session. So fortunately, this should be occurring on an only very limited or temporary basis. So these students can still be placed in a HeartCode BLS skills session. However, the reverse is not true. Those students completing HeartCode BLS online cannot complete a skills session that does not utilize the DVD for practice, and it must follow one of the approved agendas that I'm going to walk you through. What is an instrumented mannequin? Your manuals, both HeartSaver and BLS provider manuals, explain that the BLS instrumented mannequin or feedback device is now highly recommended for all courses. This includes adult, child, and infant. Evaluating depth and recoil in the absence of a feedback device or a mannequin is unreliable. So it's to increase the validity and reliability, you need to utilize one of these devices. At a minimum, it must measure rate and depth. There are many types of feedback devices shown here. The commercial feedback devices range in cost from $149 to $1,500 plus. 2 of these are shown here on the left. Some mannequins also have lights indicating appropriate depth or may have a clicker in the chest. Another device that may be helpful at a lower cost is some type of metronome. Metro Timer is pictured here and is available for smartphones in the App Store for free. Remember, these feedback devices are helpful during practice and testing of students with the ultimate goal of improving CPR quality and survival. Will we lose a license if the learner launches the new version of HeartCode BLS and begins the pathway for pre-hospital providers rather than the pathway for the in-facility providers or vice versa? No. When they launch the course, they'll exit from the incorrect pathway and reselect the correct one without any additional license or key needing to be purchased. The exception would be if the course is reassigned again to the learner, so if they sign up for another license. Does the skill session have to occur within 60 days of completing the online course? No. AHA no longer requires that providers complete it within that previous 60 days as we have known in the past. So they could bring it to you within 2 years prior to that time period. I would hope that they would review it before they come to your class, however. How will this course appear in NetLearning for UnityPoint Health sites? So we have many UnityPoint Health sites, hospitals, and clinics that utilize this online program, and this is specific just to how it appears in their NetLearning. So for those instructors at a UnityPoint Health hospital or clinic that participated in one of the group purchases of the online licenses, your licenses were loaded into NetLearning, and here is a screenshot of what your students will see. They should still be able to enroll in a CBL and type in the words BLS, and HeartCode BLS will appear. If you have a question or did not receive the NetLearning instructions on navigating this new program, your NetLearning administrator has received a copy and you just need to contact them to get one, or you could contact myself. Thank you. How often can an employee access the online program through NetLearning? We have set up those online HeartCode licenses to be renewable after 18 months, so basically 18 months and 1 day. That's specific only to those people that purchase the licenses as part of that group purchase. This is a screenshot of the BLS provider video and the insert inside of that DVD case. So as you can see, if you already have the BLS provider DVD set, you already have the HeartCode BLS DVD within that set. This is the main menu of that DVD, and what you're going to do is choose the Practice While Watching section on the right side. On the next screen, when you're setting up the DVD for practice, notice that the option for pre-hospital and in-hospital facilities are available. The pre-hospital scenarios are typically used for first responders, EMTs, or paramedics. The in-facility practice would be clinic or hospital staff. Notice that there is a next for the second page of the skills practice. The HeartCode lesson maps define what is to be practiced, discussed, and tested during each of these portions of the program. It's a good idea to practice with the DVD prior to class so you're prepared to get your students into position to practice the appropriate skill before starting this section of the video. For example, in the adult compression section, the video immediately starts the countdown to the first compression as soon as you hit play. So students need to already be in place with the chest bared. I just want to take a couple of minutes to explain the different types of HeartCode agendas. There are 3 HeartCode agendas found in the BLS instructor manual. The difference in time frames is due to whether the optional lessons are utilized or not, so you can use any of the agendas that you choose. You'll notice that the standard HeartCode agenda is 2 hours, and this is with the ratios listed above, and the sample HeartCode agendas without optional lessons is 2.25 to 3 hours, and those ratios are also listed. There was an optional accelerated agenda that was sent out by the American Heart Association and is available on the instructor network. I also sent this out by email in June, so if I need to resend it to you, I could. Please note that you're only going to be playing the HeartCode BLS portion of the DVD, and you will use only the specific topics required in the Practice While Watching portions of the DVD for the accelerated agenda. It does not include all Practice While Watching sections. At UnityPoint Health Des Moines, we utilize the accelerated agenda and have found that the ratio can be lowered to 2-to-1 student to mannequin ratio with a 4-to-1 student to instructor ratio, and the session can be completed within 60 minutes. However, it is extremely tight, and we're finding that we will probably have to adjust up to 70 to 75 minutes to allow enough time for those that may be struggling students. So you might want to try this a couple of times yourself to define what works best at your organization. So in conclusion, just a couple of things to remember. All the online licenses were converted as of August 2nd to the HeartCode BLS. Students will no longer be able to access BLS for healthcare providers or any of the other 3 previous versions. New course rosters for all courses, not just basic life support, are now available on the CTC website as of August 4th. Please feel free to direct any additional questions regarding the online programs to me at the Training Center, Doreen Denger, and my phone number is 515-241-4207. Technical questions can be directed to AHA Technical Support for the online programs at 888 242-8883. Please be aware that if you have updated your internet browser, that you may not have AHA in your browser as an approved site, a safe site. So you may want to contact your own IT department if you notice that you're having troubles loading or launching the HeartCode BLS program. Thank you.